Hello, fellow cultivators. Welcome to episode 34 of Let's Play Tale of Immortals. And this friend, supposedly the other Grand Elder, is asking for advice. And let's just randomly choose one. So here, I'm going to farm one of those nine tails roaming around on the Everfrost. So those will drop those Heaven and Earth treasures for Xuangui. They do have more than 1 million HP, but they are easy. We have dealt with the Nine Tails a lot when we were at Origin Spirit. So this one, it's exactly the same thing, except, they have more HP, higher attack, so a bit more dangerous, but we are going to deal with them exactly the same way. And so, if you do not want to deal with Nine Tails, another type of the mythical monster roaming around on the Everfrost is actually Koto. Yeah, Koto. And Koto, is our old friend since Chi refining. So it's really easy to deal with it as well. So yeah, these are the two easier ways to farm those three Heaven and Earth treasures. In our case, we already bought two from our set, so we're only left with one last one. So that's why I'm farming this Ninetail. And another way to get it, I think I mentioned it before as well, is to go to Land of No Return. And there you break one of the array cores, just like in Origin Spirits. And then you get the map, and opening that map, instead of fighting Nine Tails, now Land of No Return, you are going to fight those fish. The Carpia, yeah, the Carpia. It will be a little bit more difficult compared to Nine Tails or Koto. But the main thing is Carpia, it can literally freeze lock you. So if you by any chance got frozen once, and it will continually freeze you till you die. So that's one problem of Carpia. Otherwise, it's also fine. So if you're running around and try not to get frozen from the first place, it's okay to deal with it. But you know how much I loved farming Ninetales. And well, love is of course a sarcastic way to say it, but to be honest, it's not that bad. And so let's put a spoiler. While we are at Soul Formation, when we are going to farm the Star Realms, I'm still going to farm Ninetales. Because out of the six possible final boss of Star Realm, Ninetales is the easiest one. So I will choose them to farm. Yeah, our best friend, human's best friend, Ninetail Fox. I mean, it's still Carning, right? And just as we are talking about this, we are almost there. We are already dealt three quarters of its health. Only 0.3 million left. I mean, mushroom builds with deal with Ninetale is so easy and simple and nice. Except look at our Crab King, getting all the HP from my mushrooms while itself is shaking, twitching on the most right side of the screen instead of doing any attack. Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, he just decided not to come. Oh well. That's the thing about Crab King. It's sometimes its AI seems to be lost or something. Oh god, it did not drop any of those treasures. And I forgot to save and load before I find this. Ah! Now I need to find another Ninetail. It's so annoying. While we are roaming around the Everfrost, since we have finished the phone intro quest, now he just appeared again and tells us something, about Tale of Immortal. There's supposed to be a nether realm beneath the world. And Nether Mountain, radiate out, cutting off the wayward desert. But also, he's telling us that there's nobody breaks through the mountain. Previously, when he went to Tibia Mountain, it was still small. But he also tells us that giants with the blood of God can break those mountains. So he's hinting that talk with Argar. And in that sense, I just remembered we haven't do Argar's quest till now. And I find another Ninetale, and this time I got one of the treasures. Doesn't matter if it's orange or purple, as long as it's Heaven Earth treasure, it's good. So yeah. And this Ninetales around here. Oh come on. Anyways, Getting out of here, let's eat those fruits which dropped by the 2 Ninetales I farmed. I mean, of course I skipped the second Ninetales battle, because, it would be the same thing. Now, let's put a teleportation talisman here, near the extortion peak. I need to teleport back just to recover my MP, because my MP is pretty low. And in this way I only cost 500, even less than 500 spirit stones. And also I want to repair this thing, because remember in the Jiaolong battle, it tells me that this thing is broken. So I probably want to repair it. Let's get some earthy treasure. Workshop? No. Forge. No. Repair. Put it in. Auto add. Yep. Okay. Seems to be pretty cheap as well. Well, after all, it's pretty low realm one. Chiganization after all. I mean, if I did not stun the enemy, this thing won't survive 1 second. Yeah. We don't need it. Or, I don't know. We can use it as a gift sometime later. Yeah, these 3 are the treasures I need. Okay, there are a few more things. Oh well. Okay, let's put things back to the vote. This guy. No, not this. This one. This guy. This guy. That would be it, I think. Let me eat all the 13 skill fruits. Pretty good. Let me equip this. Equip this. But actually, I might not use it. I will use different skill. Yeah. So I tried to use that skill once. It's not that great against the Chongming. So instead, I'm going to use a different method. So basically, it's standard. What do you call? Yeah, this summon one, mushroom summon one. So Chongming bird, one of the problems of it, it's difficult to when it enters that recovery stage, and when you stun it, it's just randomly getting that stage, which is a bit more annoying. It's much easier to actually directly deal with it with the mushroom. And do you notice that I am not using my ultimate till now? And for these 4 charges, you can run perpendicularly like this to avoid them, or if you have a shield in front, it's fine. Now, just about hit, yeah, use your ult right when the Chongming bird is about to enter this phase to recovery HP when you hit it. It's more like damage absorption phase. If you use your ultimate at the correct timing, it won't enter that phase, and that's why I've saved my ultimate for this exact moment. And when it's using this kind of skills, you can always find the place in between all those circles, so you won't get hit. So Chongming bird is quite easy. If you know its move pattern, like this, just move like this, move like this. Use your motion skill if you cannot move it. And now since I do not have my ultimate, so I'm just not going to attack. I stand still, it won't be able to attack you. By the way, if I attack it, it will absorb the damage, right? And also, if my summons attack it, it won't absorb damage, so that's fine. So don't worry if you think your summon will attack it while in the damage absorption phase. In this case, I just attacked once to show you that it can absorb damage, and because of that, I applied this poison debuff to it. So even though I'm not attacking it anymore, the poison debuff keep on recovering HP for it. So yeah, it's annoying, I know. But you get the idea. You get the idea how to deal with it. Now, ultimate, yes. So by using ultimate, I cancelled its enter in the damage absorption phase, so it's fine. So if you do not have any summons, it's actually probably even easier, because you just need to stand still and dodge a little bit during this skill. None of Chongming's skill can hit you. Well, since I have summons, it's actually a bit more difficult in the sense that, so when it's doing normal attacks like that, instead of this one, this full screen one. When it's doing normal attack, if it's targeting, instead of targeting me, but targeting my summon, That's when a problematic thing that even if I stand still, I might still get hit. Otherwise, if I stand still, I won't get hit at all. So you need to be a little bit more further away from it if that's the case. Again, this time it's damage absorption. We just do not attack. We don't attack. Now you can see that my summon with attacking it is doing enough damage. So it's not damage absorbing. And also you can sort of see that. Now it's out of the damage absorption phase. We just continue our thing. So it's taking a bit longer time in this case. Mainly because in the first damage absorption phase I attacked him once. I know it's annoying. But yeah, if you know this whole idea, the rest is just repeat. Oh, he's charging towards my summons. Interesting. Ah, yep. Okay. Out. So the out timing of this is quite important. I think when the wings, start to moving down and about to move up, that's when you use the ultimate. If you fight him a few more times, you sort of get an idea when it's starting into that phase. And if you use the ultimate a bit earlier, then it still will enter that phase. So you need to know the timing here. And I think dodging this attack is quite easy. Now this normal attacks can be a bit annoying if you have summons, but should be fine. And this 4 charge, if you do not have summons, you might find out yourself in the middle of the 4 charge all the time. So if you cannot run away, use your motion skill, which will generate a shield for you if you have shield guy. The shield will cancel the next attack for you, right? And then the third attack, you can just use your any kind of special skill to generate a shield for you again. And then you will probably only got hit once, which is fine, right? That's the worst case you cannot dodge any single of the 4 charges. By using motion skill, special skill, generate 1 shield, you are still, maybe 2 shields, you can manage to dodge 3 of these attacks. And the rest, Chongming's attack, pretty easy. And fun thing, you can see that my mushrooms is literally in the air. Okay. Yep. See, that's wings. Wings are down. That's the timing. And I've been talking a lot. It's mainly because this battle has been dragging really long. And again, because it had 1.5 million HP. Like all the 5 divine beasts just have a lot of HP in chaos. The battle can drag really long, and their attacks many times can one-shot you. If it crits. Even if it does not crit, it will bring down half of HP as well. So it is a really long and dragging battle where you have to be extremely careful, because one mistake you might die. Which makes those 5 divine beasts quite difficult battles, especially around this time in North and South. As you can see, I am not trying to optimizing all the mind skill at this stage, so this battle can be a bit more difficult as well. But in general, if you optimize your mind skills, like you have 1200 attack, that will shorten this fight a lot. Probably you only need half of time to fight those things. Bringing up attack is always the best way to shorten the battle length, and therefore you don't need to keep not making mistakes that long. So in a way, increasing attack, it actually makes the battle safer. You get what I mean? That's why attack is the most important thing. Apart from, shield, moving speed, and also remembering patterns. Which all of these are actually in one of the 10 tips I give for new players for this game, which is kind of the portrait, what is it called? The folder video of my channel. And I surprisingly realized many people never watched that video. But okay. I mean, I do suggest you to see it if you are playing Chaos or even if you are not playing Chaos. Alright, we managed to deal with Chongming. So this will be the first Divine Beast battle here, and this episode I think I will cover 3 Divine Beasts. Not the last one because then it will make it a bit too long. Let's use the Chongming Soul as well, which actually gives us a little bit HP recovery if we are below half health when entering a thing. And now let's go to... Wait, did I forget to bring Soul Reconstruction Pill? I did forget to bring a Soul Reconstruction Pill. Very good. It's still in my vault. Alzheimer's is getting worse. Linko City. Why am I looking things here? I need to look for Soul Reconstruction Pill. Wait. Yeah, okay, it's here. And I should bring that thing back because otherwise I will forget when I go to Xuangui again. It's just out of habit I try to put things back into the vault instead of bring it out. Okay, let's go back to the Gouchen's place, and we'll give this elixir to Gouchen, and we'll start the fight. Gouchen is usually the easiest out of all 5, so I am not even going to save in this case, I think. I think I can use this in one go. Because, especially it's using a summon build. So if you are not using summon build, all the Gouchen skill will be against you, right? So you need really to be move all the time. Because Gouchen skill are pretty big range, and you need to run out of his range. But that's it, you just need to run in circles, which is kind of the key of dealing with many mythical beasts in this game. Starting from Chi refining, from Harpy, you just need to keep on running and run in circles. And Gouchen is the same thing, as you can see. It's actually doing quite a lot of damage to my summon. And yeah, look at this. Dropping fire, and suddenly drop fire towards me instead of my summons. Good thing is I have been moving all the time. And if I forgotten that, if I, let's say if I thought, oh, it will just do damage to my summons, if that myself I'm standing still and do attack, I will be dead now. Because those 3 fires will be hitting on me and then I'm dead. You just need to keep moving when dealing against Gouchen. Running in circles, that's the easiest way. And if by any chance you find out you might not, run out of circles fast enough, stop attacking. When you attack, using your LMB, you'll move a bit slower. I think that is a small key tip I have been saying since the Lydra battle in Foundation, yeah. Anyways, like this, or you can use your motion skill just like that. In this case, I managed to only get hit once, and yeah, you can see that if I do not do any attack, I run faster. So I run out of all those circles, and then just another round. The first round later, I only get rid of 0.3 million, so 1/5 of his HP. So which means there will be another 4 out of 5. Wow. So Gouchen battle is one of the things which is really long and really boring-ish. It might be a bit more exciting, if you are not using a summon build. So you actually have to running around Doji's attack, and it's still not that bad. It's not that bad. As the main thing, you can see that another reason why it drags so long is my mushrooms. They almost get immediately vanquished by Gouchen, by all these giant AoE attacks. So my mushrooms are not really doing any damage to it. So most of the damage was done by my LMB skill, so all this lived. And this is the reason why it takes so long to deal with. So if you are not using a summon build, your damage are coming out from your special skills as well, and those will actually accelerate this battle a bit more. In this case, my damage was supposed to coming from my special skills and mushrooms, my summons, but my mushrooms, just looking at that mushroom inside that circle, got 2 hits. 2 hits, my mushrooms done. So they are really not doing any damage. It's like either they get killed or they get stunned. So that's the reason why it drags longer than it's supposed to be as well. Anyways, this should be the second round. Yeah, 9. Okay. 9 now. So we need another. We are 3 out of 5. We are 2 out of 5. We need to do another 3 out of 5. No. Oh god. Well, rip my dragon flower. And rip my mushrooms. You can sort of see that, if you look at the little icon, so the poison debuff icon below Gouchen, usually if your mushroom is doing a lot of attack, detonating those debuffs, you will see the number of the poison debuff with Gouchen will be much less. But now it's almost always at 9 or 8. Which means that my mushroom is not doing enough damage to detonate those debuffs. Which it's really where most of my damage are coming out from. In some time like this, it's going down a bit more. But yeah. But that also means because if it's always at 9 or 8 stack, I could have used my motion skill to summon those 2 little toads to help the attack. But then again, those toads will probably also get killed immediately, and I want to keep this motion skill in case that I am going to be circled by this guy. So, yeah. Anyways, you can see that it's pretty safe and boring. Just look at those 4 mushrooms. 3 of them got killed. The last one also get killed. Without they doing any damage. No. Okay. Another thing about Gouchen skills is, so apart from this fire thing, the other skills like the giant locking thing and also the small circle, they will make you not be able to use your motion skills. That's why you need to be a bit more careful. Try to run and do not get trapped inside a circle. Because once you're trapped inside a circle, you might think, okay, I'm just using my motion skill to get out. No, you can't. You're sealed out of your motion skill. And another thing I want to say, even though this plus 12, it's not much, right? Per second, the plus 12 MP per second is not that much. But it does help me that after this long battle, I still have some MP. I do have blood energy, I know. The thing is, blood energy is not that great for summon build. And also, one thing is, I need a skill to use with MP to generate shield for me to make me feel more safer. So if I'm using a skill with my HP, with blood energy, not only first of all I need to recover more HP, but also that won't bring me a shield. So that's another thing there. But talking about this, we are about the last 1/5 of the battle. So, yeah. Hope this will be the last round. I mean, my last summon of my ultimate. Because even with the MP regen, I'm sort of running out of my MP right now. Then I realized that with the Tavern buff, I can have more than 3000 energy, maximum energy. Which means if I have learned that mastery sub-skill, which will increase my defense and HP, with maximum HP and MP, sorry, my defense and attack, then I could have more defense and attack if I get the Tavern buff. So yeah, that is something. Come on, come on, come on. We are almost there. We are almost there. The last summon. Definitely last summon. Go, Crab King, go. Yep, finally. Finally. Sure. I mean, you are just too tanky. Now we get Gouchen, so which is actually quite good because it can trap your enemies. So the basic thing, trapping enemy, it can already do as long as you're consuming it. It might be quite useful, not won't be very useful against mythical creatures at this point, but still something to have. So the next step is probably Rocky Valley, so Xuangui. But for now, I need to rest. More teleportation charm. Okay, let's rest a bit and claim my wage. And I will go to this place. Yep. Alright, so we are at Xuangui place now, and we give this 3 thing to them. Doesn't matter, orange or purple, it won't affect the thing you get when breakthrough. So, against Xuangui, we are actually using a different one. The main reason is, again, I tried it once with my mushroom build and realized my mushroom is not doing any damage. So that's why I'm simply using a standard, this one, basically leaf with poison and using word and quill to trigger this poison leaf and do more damage. So Xuangui, you can see it's quite easy. So in general, try to stand near on the right side of its, let's say, front hand, the little finger around this region. So with using this thing, we walk away a bit. Okay, I got it, but that's okay. And when this happens, we use motion skills, running out of a circle. Alright? And then, whatever thing we use, it's easy to avoid. And by the way, just see that. Okay, when it's shouting like this, it's outside. We are outside its range because we are not near its head. Okay? Another type of skill is usually the tails. And we can also avoid that easily. By the way, see, none of my 2 summons can do any damage to it. They are not doing anything. Like, this Crab King still does something from time to time, but that flower is not doing any damage. The same thing with mushroom, that's why I have to change a different thing. Now, with whatever the shouting from the head, we are immune because we are outside the circle. One problem is, since we do not have more summons, we are not having that much HP recovery. So, after losing HP, it takes really long to recover. So try not to get hit if you're using this thing. Now, Word and Quills is doing some more damage, it's not that much, as you can see. Okay, again, shouting, we're outside the range. So this place is pretty good. I'm still using my ultimate at different locations because I try to find where is that location that my summon can do attack. Okay, when it's using this tail thing, just walk to the left and then immediately run back to the original position. So the tail will, hit 3 times. The first time won't hit you if you are here, but when you see the tail coming, then you run to the left. Then you won't be hit by the second and third one as well. Now this giant circle is the time you use your motion skill to get out of its range, because that will stun you as well. And yeah, the shout is fine. Then so the 2 only attacks which can affect us. One is the hit from the head. So not a tail. Tail is easy to dodge, right? To run back. So the hand thing, you might need to run a bit to the right side. And then it's this full screen, rock attack. That's when you need to use your motion skill to dodge it. Anyways, we are okay, right? Yeah, walk to the back, right? It's okay. Didn't get hit. And that's the small circle that is circling the Xuangui, but that's fine. The Xuangui anyways is not moving. It's so giant. So if you have really high damage, you can stand near the head of the Xuangui. For example, if you're using fire build, you can kill Xuangui within few seconds. Yeah, just stand near the head and do your thing. And the tails, or if you have a better way to avoid the 3-tail attack, you can stand near the back foot, so instead of front foot, but near the back foot. Because there the only thing which can affect you is the 3-tail attack. Yeah. Then if you use, for example, a fire motion skill or something like that, you can dodge those as well. But otherwise, I think the easiest way is really just close to this thing. Near its front foot. So this is kind of the best, safest location. I'm standing a little bit too towards the right side right now. But it's not that big deal. No, there is this much range. Like, even this much right side? Yeah. Since I'm standing a bit too to the right, I got hit by the 3rd tail. Slash. But if I stand here, I should be easily avoiding the slash. Again, we are into this really boring stage. Again, I'm trying to find where should I use my Dragon Flower. So near its neck, still my Dragon Flower not doing any damage. I've already tried near its belly, near its back, and now near its neck. I even tried near its head. None of the place my Dragon Flower can do any damage. What's really frustrating. Got hit by the hand thing. But that's fine. So yeah, that's the reason why I don't use mushroom, because my mushroom is also not doing attack. So just repeating and continuing. Eventually we'll defeat Xuangui without much problem. I mean, so if I'm not using Verdant Quills, or I'm just using a simple, what is it called? Entangled Thorn, the skill, so the original skill is the same thing. Or you can even use Poison Swarm. I believe that those, what do you call those things? Those toads can probably do better damage compared to the, what do you call, the mushrooms. Because mushrooms are staying in a single place, but toads can run. So the AI might drive the toads to run to that location where they can do attack. And similarly, if you have like a flower build, the flowers might also do some damage because they are ranged units. But I don't remember last time I used my flower build against Xuangui was when. Because I've used the toad against Xuangui, and I sort of remember they are okay, they are doing normal damage. And also, because your Poison Swarm itself, they do have damage as well, so even if you just consider it as a small AoE special skill, it's doing okay. And yeah, this time I'm trying this to use the ultimate around there, the bottom of the neck. Still won't do anything. It's like none of the location where this flower can do anything. Well, it will get hit by this thing though. Alright. Also, every time I use my Verdant Quills, which triggered the poison, which actually started to trigger in this entangle, you can sort of see it can break the motion of the Xuangui as well. So it's kind of a mini stun. It cannot completely stun it, but it can break its animation. So it cancels some of the skills. And as you can see, because I do not have MP recovery from my summons, I'm running out of MP. So right now I'm using my blood energy. So if you do not have blood energy and you think it will take super long, you don't have a good way to recover MP, try to use... Wait a minute. You can see that these two little frogs are doing their attack, right? They are doing their attack. So the frogs, it is useful. Which means the flowers will be useful as well. And where were we? Yeah, so if you do not have blood energy, then bring some MP pills if the thing will drag too long for you. But in this case, or if you, you in general have some way to recover your MP, like lightning or phantom disappear, or some people died in the fairy flames, etc. So there are ways. Anyways, I think this long and boring battle is finally coming to an end. And most of the time, our Crab King has been roaming around without doing any damage. Good for you, Crab King. Look at you. Sure, your old bones. Your old bones is 5 million damage. 1.7 million damage. God. Your old bones, not damage, HP. Your old bones 1.7 million HP. I don't want to talk with you. And yeah, we are already more than 30 minutes. God, I think we are not going to show you the Lu Zone this episode because we haven't even finished the pre-requisition quest yet. I have been delaying that one because it's one of the more difficult ones. But now we have to do it. But before that, let's first talk with Argar, who has been stopped here for quite some time now. So he's asking us to find out what is going on with this place, which is completely dry. It looks almost like there is a three-legged crow over here. But we know that they don't have it yet, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten that Firebird is still in Yongling region. So let's see what's going on here. So it's Drought Demon. Oh my god, that's 15 million HP. 15 million. Maybe we can talk. Well, she's minding her own business, just like our humans. Made of clay is really bad translation. Yeah, people can't survive here. It's too hot. Okay, she wants this in Darkwind grass. So basically, we take this request, and it tells us an auction will be there. So we will get this from the next auction in the Muxian city. And during this time, you can always try to come back and kill it if you want to. But why kill if there's a peaceful way? So yeah, we all need to wait for the auction in this city. And yes, since we just reminded there is this thing, let's go back to the Firebird. Yeah, dude, look at this. Look at what the Firebird has done. What have you done? Well, Mintong can bring rains, but he can't bring back life. Oh. What? Oh yeah, right. This also give us some quite good buff. Could have used this buff against those 41 beasts. But okay. I completely forgotten this quest will also give you some temporary buff as well. Well, anyways. With this buff, I might actually just to deal with that thing now. This, Kunlun Wood. The two mythical beasts. This is actually one of the more difficult battles. I found it even more difficult than some of the divine beasts. For example, Gouchen. Gouchen is really easy. Others like Chongming and Xuangui, if you know their patterns, they are also easy, right? Jiaolong can be a bit more difficult, even if you know its pattern, but you need to run a lot to dodge it. So a bit more difficult. That's why I use the stun build. But this one is really annoying. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can unlock this now. But yeah, I'm going to use the standard mushroom build against these two divine beasts. The main reason why this battle is more annoying is because they are a very good combination, a very good duo, Koto and Harpy. So you know that Harpy, you can dodge all its skills easily if you just run around, right? Even when it's using summoning giant wind roll thing, like the third skill. You getting close to him, it's okay. Now, the problem is when there's another Koto there, you cannot just getting close to it when it's using the third skill. And because Koto will keep on doing damage to you. And again, because Harpy is still there throwing stones, you need to run all the time, right? And when you are running all the time, it's more difficult. Okay, right now I'm using my ultimate to break through this, one, rotating tornado skill from Harpy. But that also means that I cannot use my ultimate to get rid of the Kotos, this tracking lightning skill. But the good thing is tracking lightning, once he used 4 times, we can just use our motion skill to let the tracking lightning miss the target. So that's one way. So basically, both of these mythical beasts will use their own patterns, and you need to pay attention to them. So you are always in a very nervous state. And again, making mistakes will be very deadly. And yeah, Harpy is starting to summon these rotating tornadoes. The best way to deal with rotating tornadoes is getting close to him. But getting close to him while Koto is still around is extremely dangerous. So instead I'm walking really far away, which is really not a good choice. But right now it's the most safest choice. Okay, now this time we are using our ultimate to stop Koto doing this tracking lightning thing. And yeah, we are trying to focusing on the Harpy right now. Because it's small skills like this, even though it's easy to dodge, but does really do quite a lot of damage. So yeah. And this rotating tornado is really limiting my space as well. So I don't like Harpy. I want to kill it first. Like this. I have to keep my distance really far away. And while I'm dealing with Harpy, you need to pay attention to the Koto's movement. Now she has charged 4 times, it will shoot out this thing 2 times, and it will use the out. Yep. We have to use our out to not letting it use tracking lightning. So you need to pay attention to both of their movement. But so you can either use your ultimate to cancel the movement of Koto's tracking lightning, or cancel Harpy's this summon. See that if I getting close to Harpy like this, none of those wind can hit me. And because Koto right now was attracted by my ultimate, so that's fine. But yeah, if you're getting close to them and Koto started using this thing, you cannot running out of it, then you are dead. You are dead, man. That's what. So both of these things, which means your movement to dodge their skills, are extremely limited. And I think that's the main difficult part of this. And I still remember to use my ultimate in time to cancel the tracking lightning. But at least Harpy only has 400,000 HP now. It's starting with 1.3 million HP. So it's really tanky as well. While Kotos have 1.3 million HP. Again, if you have higher attack, you can probably finish it faster. So it's always a good thing. Okay. We are too far away from Harpy at this point, which is annoying. We need to use out, yes. And we have to use out just near Koto because we can't see where Harpy is. Which means Harpy is not get damaged. Now we can focus on Harpy when Koto is attracted by my other 2 summons, the Crab King and the Dragon Flower. And yeah, when Harpy is using the rocks, even though it looks like it's targeting your mushroom, still move around, don't get hit, because if suddenly he decided to target on you instead of the mushroom, you are dead. Again, I'm trying to get in close, but almost didn't get time to get out of that bell thing from the Koto. So that's the problem. Even though I know getting close to Harpy was a safety place, But suddenly Kodo charges in and uses the spell skill. That's dangerous. Alright, this time, actually, both of them are getting attacked by us, which is good. Our mushroom is doing decent damage, and the harpy is almost done. Only 50,000 left. This would be his last round of rotating tornado. Let me call it this way. He won't be able to cast this thing ever again. Wow, the Crab King is really huge. Okay, Harpy is done. Now we have only one Kodo, and it suddenly becomes one of the most easy fights. As we are really familiar with Kodo. It's just doing its thing and use my ultimate to cancel its thing. Would be very easy now. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I will put the Lu battle in the next episode. And I will also finishing up some quests where we are at Northern Soul. Some, side quests we have been forgetting to do, including Sea Quest, the Firebird Quest, and the Divine Gouchen Temple Quest, right? So those are the three main things. I think I haven't finished the battle of the Darius Mine Pavilion against Mind Snap Temple neither, so I need to do that as well. So once we finish that will probably add in the Lu battle. That will be the next episode. Once that is done, the only thing left to do is probably just simply deal with the next one auction will get the thing, then we'll become sect leader, doing something. Then only thing left us to do is just to go through the Stairway to Heaven, which will be really easy compared to 5 Divine Beasts in my opinion, at least in Tales. So yeah. And so next episode we'll probably won't do Stairway of Heaven, but which means before I get into a much slower mode, it will be 2 more episodes left. Alright, that will be everything for this episode, and thank you for watching. I will see you next time.